What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? We tuning in for another video. Today, man, round 2 with Meech, man. We're gonna try it again. Man. I got the trailer all hooked up. Now, this a day later than what I originally planned on going because it started raining yesterday. So I didn't have no intentions on going to track today. So I'm going just for business, man. I'm going to get there, check this out, get some data. Probably make 2 to 3 passes. I'm gonna load up. I'm gonna be home before it get dark, man. I'm gonna be home before it get dark. I'm literally going to try to get a full Nitrous pass. Cause y'all know last time, man, I was too antsy. It wasn't even nothing in the car, it was me. I was just a little too antsy, and then we had the collector. The V-band broke. Different stuff, man. So we got everything straight. Only reason I haven't loaded the car up yet is because my tires for my new front runners supposed to come today. So I'm trying to see if they'll make it in time enough for me to run by the tire shop and get them put on, and then I can come back home and throw them on right quick and go with the new set of wheels on all 4, and y'all can be able to see it, man. So I'm trying to wait, man. So if they got to come in the next 20 minutes tops. If they don't make it here in the next 20 minutes, it just is what it is, man. I'm gonna go ahead and load up. Car ready to go, full of fuel. Y'all know we tuned it up. It's ready to roll, man. Ready to roll. And what I'm gonna do this time, instead of making a motor hit, I'm making the first pass straight out the trailer on Nitrous, cause that's more important to me, man. Then, if that goes as planned, I'm going to make a motor hit on the trans brake. So the first plan, the foot brake Nitrous pass, see how the car act, and go from there. So when I turn y'all on, either we'll be putting the front runners on, or we're gonna be at the track, man. It just depends on if FedEx come on through. So y'all stay tuned. Alright, y'all, we checking in. Y'all see we made it. My rim didn't make it. My tire didn't make it. Cause I told y'all either or, man. Y'all gonna see me putting the 17s on, or you gonna see us at the track, but tire didn't make it in time. So I guess next video I show y'all, I'm gonna put them on here so y'all can see how it look. Then after this, man, I'm gonna be putting my fold back on and just ride for a little bit. But told you straight out trailer, we finna go straight to the gas cause we need some data to see what it do. Got my fan Jeremy, he getting the Nitrous bottle put in. I'm finna take the tire pressure, gonna heat the bottle up, and we're gonna go ahead and try to make this pad, man. I'm gonna set a little light ramp and just see how the car handle, foot brake, first pass. If everything goes smooth with that, then we're gonna come back on the Nitrous, not on the Nitrous, on the motor, and we're gonna hit it with the trans brake, and we're gonna see what we hit like. That go with plan. I'm gonna loosen this front end up, then get y'all the motor pass on the trans brake, and we're gonna get some. So yeah, that's what it is. Y'all stay tuned. Turn y'all on the water bottle. checking in. Just made the first pass. It did okay. It did okay, but it's still hitting that rail limit, man. I'm gonna have to bang through them gears as soon as I shift it. And I might have to have the converter tighten up a little more. But I'm gonna have to go back and review the footage. I'm trying to keep y'all out the wind. I'm gonna have to go back and review the footage, man, to really see what happened. Cause in the car, there's a lot going on. It don't happen so fast, so you know, it is what it is. But I'm gonna go and try it again. Cause like I said, man, I'm trying to. It bouncing out that rail limit and stuff, man. So you know, track hooking though. So wife just got back. I'm finna look at the pads and see what it looked like, but it went down through there. But it still ain't. It ain't a clean. It ain't a clean pad, man. They wanna look for a clean pad. But y'all just stay tuned, man. Do something with the converter. It's that popping y'all here. That's the car hitting the rev limit. So we gonna I'll make the motor hit, tram brake, and see how that go. And then I got my fam. He gonna make a pad on the gas. And after that, man, we're gonna load it up and take it back and see what to it. So y'all stay tuned. Alright, I'm checking in. This joker here, man. This joker here making some steam, man. I'm telling you. Now that right there, that motor pad, I think one of the tires was wet and one of them wasn't. One of them had water, one of them was in the water bottle, one of them wasn't, basically. So I think that's what caused it to spin, cause they call never spin on motor. Not too tough. It had one time. It did one time before, but it don't spin on the motor too tough, man. And like I said, I don't know. That what got that, man. I felt when I left, it came up and came down. I said it's on the tire. But like I said, that's why you gotta stay, man. Like sometimes, depending on the water bottle, or you go in. Usually I turn them over. I usually turn them over, man. Like spin them over when you know both of them in the water. That's why you do that, man. So I go back to what I normally do. Instead of just rolling through, sometimes they don't get wet enough. Get in the water box, turn them over, then come and do what you do. But spun the tire, so it wasn't nothing to see right there on the motor. Obviously, it messed that pass up. It been hitting the rail limit of every Nitrous pass. The first pass it went pretty decent. You know, don't get me wrong, it went pretty decent with me getting off of it and it hitting the rail limiter. You can hear it. I came out the Nitrous. It went pretty decent, man. But we done made 3 passes. Like I said, I'm gonna let it chill for a second, and then I might make 1 more, and that's it. And then we'll see what it do. But I'm gonna let it cool, cause shit, I've been on it all back to back. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, man, we back at the house. Got everything put up. It ended up not going to plan and ended up being a full day. Like I told y'all earlier, I really had no intentions of going to the track today. I had no intentions of going to the track on the weekend, man. I really don't like going to events all the time, especially when I'm trying to dial in. Now, after that, when I'm dialed in, I don't care, because I be on go. If I get some action, I get some action. But I'm still dialing Meech in. You really got to think. Y'all probably like, man, how long you going to dial in? They're part of the process. Now, Dolo, I had dialed Dolo in a while, and I just fiddled around most of the year, and then I just let some of it hang out at the end of the year, and everybody like, oh, they're more snatch. But the Meech, I'm in that test and tuning process because I really don't have a whole lot of passes on it. When you think about it, I got a lot of motor passes on it, but even the motor, it been blowing through the converter on motor, and it blew through the man. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. It really killed me too, man. That last motor pass I made would have been my fastest motor pass car. It was my best 60 foot, and it was on a foot brake. That joker got up out of there. It was on a foot brake. Now the tram brake would have been, cause it rocked the tire. Woo! I ain't even looked at my last pass on motor, but I felt it. I said, oh, this joke was snatched out. It got up out of there on motor, but it blew through the converter, probably the worst it ever blew through the converter on motor. It always blew through the converter on motor. Don't get me wrong. If you don't know what blowing through the converter is, I had to do a video about the logistics and what that entails. But it always blew through the converter on motor, which, I mean, I never said nothing to y'all. Or I mentioned it here and there because it's set up for nitrous. Like, you can't have the best of both worlds. Like, it gonna lack on one end or the other. But you can have something that run pretty decent. But I mean, Meech still put down a number on motor all the time, regardless of blowing through the converter. But I never trip come like, man, it's set up for nitrous. And when I shoot the nitrous to it, it's gonna tighten up. But that last pass, which was my best 60 foot I ever had on motor, and that was on a foot brake. And that would cost me. I be pedaling around on drive sometimes, just on purpose. Cause I like, man, to give them a little bit at a time. Cause word to the wire, y'all. when I've been running on motor on foot brake, I never just stabbed it on line. If you go back to the old videos and listen, you'll see. It's like, I never stabbed it. So today, I stabbed it. I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and run on motor, foot brake, since I did a tram brake pass, even though it spent the tires. I said, man, at least I remember to not hold the shifter and it snapped my hand back like all the other time. I had the button like that, boom, let go, having to spin the tire. But the last pass, best 60 foot ever on motor, foot brake stuff. But it blew through the converter bad, man. You can hear it on the footage. It sounded like it didn't change gears, but it did. It changed all 3 gears. I changed all the gears, but it sounded like it didn't. It blew through the converter, man. RPM never dropped. Like, just like it ain't going nowhere. And I was like, man, okay. Nitro pass, converter again. Everything converter related, man. Nitro pass, there's nothing I could do to calm it down. I tried stretching the ramp out. I tried a serious delay on it before. I turned the percentage down. I tried hitting harder. Nothing can calm that joker down, man. On that gas, it just that popping y'all here is not nothing with the tune. It's not a fuel issue. It's not an ignition or spark issue. It's not a timing issue. It's hitting the rev limiter, man. It going up that high, that fast, and you don't want to be bouncing out the rev limiter like here for. You just hurt your parts, man. You just unnecessarily hurt your parts. A rev limiter serves the purpose to keep you from blowing your motor up. That's what it for. It's a safety thing, but that don't mean just because you got a rev limiter, you want to be bouncing out the rev limiter, man. And that's just what it is, man. I mean, said the second pad worse than the first, man. It didn't run no number. I mean, it wasn't even nothing to see. I got out of it. It was nothing to see. The second pad was way worse than the first one. Now I can say this: the first pad, it did go a number. It went a number. It might not look like it to y'all. It might not look like it on camera. But it went a number regardless of it. Pop, pop, pop. And I got off the gas. Go back and look at the pad. The nitrous, I got off the nitrous for a second and cut it back on it's towards the latter part of the pad, the end of the pad before I'm finna go through the trap. Go back and look at it. You're gonna hear it. You'll hear the motor tune change. It's because I came off the nitrous. Cause it was on the rev limiter. And it still went a number. Nowhere near a backdoor number. Nowhere near a backdoor number. I mean, the car, I see what the car gonna run out the back door. And it's exactly what I thought it gonna run. What I estimated. I said, when I make a A to B gonna be fast, but a back door pass gonna be shock the world. Like, man, I ain't know that car that fast. Like, I had people come up to me at the track today. They're like, man, they car nice. Car really nice, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the love, man. And it's a bad unit, especially true street car. Radio, I'm sitting in the station lane listening to radio. Full interior, my kids in the back seat playing their iPad, my wife in the passenger seat. I done threw my 6x9 in the trunk, man. The torque, I gotta screw them things down, man. I got to. It threw one of them in the trunk, bit the prongs. The torque, it snapped the covers off. The speaker covers, the G-force is snatching the speaker covers off. Cause y'all know they don't screw in, they just pop in there on the box Chevy, so it just pulling them off. Woo! But all in all, I had fun though, man. I had fun messing with Meech. I know what I gotta do. I'm gonna have to drop the transmission, take the converter out, send it back to Hughes, and they gotta tighten that joker up. They got to tighten that joker up. So that's what I gotta do. Now let me tell y'all with Dolo. This was funny with Dolo. I got an off-the-shelf converter in Dolo. It's a foot brake converter. It ain't no tram brake. They won't use no tram brake. It's foot brake converter. But when I say on the money, no, almost 0% slippage. It's just funny. So sometimes off-the-shelf stuff will work, man. But it just won't hold up to certain horsepower. You gotta keep that in mind. So, man, if I can get the converter dialed in with me, like, this a tuning process, too. The converter is a tuning process. You got to tune that converter. Y'all seeing firsthand, it make a world of difference. And Meech's going to speed up a whole lot faster when that converter get tightened up. And the funny thing about it, when the converter gets tightened up some, it's gonna help it out on both ends, of the spectrum. It's gonna help it out, man. it's gonna kind of balance it out right now. Cause right now I ain't look. I had another camera I looking. I gotta study and stuff, man. But I gotta look and see exactly what's going on. So at the time, y'all just keep in mind what I'm telling you could change, man. My diagnosis on the converter could change because I have not studied what I need to study. That's why I be telling y'all, son. I just be on top of the head what I noticed immediately. But just know the converter, it's in the converter. So I'm gonna study this stuff tonight. Then I'll be able to tell y'all next video whether it needs to be tighter or looser, and I explain all that and what blowing through the converter. We're gonna have a converter lesson. So next video, man, I plan on doing a converter lesson, sitting down, and it's gonna be some stuff for y'all to learn, man, to help you out. So if you want to see that, come back. It ain't gonna be no action video, but it's gonna be a super educational video, and I'm gonna show you some examples of blowing through a converter, this and that, especially with Dolo. I was blowing through a converter on Dolo. I'm gonna show y'all a great example with Dolo. I'm gonna put up some footage I never even showed y'all on 26, and when I took it out on 26 at the track and it blew through the converter on Nitrous. So I'm gonna show y'all that. Never even posted the clip. This will be y'all first time seeing it. So yeah, we're gonna do an education video on that, and I'll tell y'all exactly what gotta be done. Meech converter. But in the meantime, we're gonna get it out, get the transmission out, get it boxed up, drained, shipped. We're gonna get it drained, boxed up, shipped back, get it tightened up, come back, put it in, and hopefully I ain't got to do this no more, cause it cost money, man, taking it out and then and shipping it too. I hope I ain't got to do this no more. And I know why the properties of the converter changed, but that's I'm gonna talk about it in the video coming. So you're gonna want to tune in. It's gonna be super educational, cause I know exactly why the converter functioning differently than it was on the money. But yeah, that's it, man. Another track trip. Came back in one piece, man. Enjoyed my family, my girls, my kids came, my wife came with me all the time. Shout out to my friend Jeremy and Jared, my pig crew, Lil Bro couldn't make it, man, but he was there in spirit. I gave him a play-by-play report on text, so he know what's going on and all that. And yeah, man, till next time, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later, BCG. We out.